Okay, so the first thing is that my channel has reached 1,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. You guys are being so supportive. But I need 4,000 hour view time to get monetizable. And thus, I need to produce more trash videos because I need money. Oh wait, that is too straightforward, right? Let me think of another glorious excuse here. Wait a sec. I want to show people around the world, especially children, that even you're just a nobody from a small island, you are still able to make it. Follow your dreams, follow your passion, and one day you are able to buy a Lamborghini and a mansion and whatever you want. For real, I do want this channel to get monetized. And that's not gonna work if I only produce animations and freaking dance videos. I actually have some ideas on different types of content, and you can look forward to it, I guess. There are several things I want to address here, and I will cut it into 3 segments. So here we go. I saw a lot of readers asking questions about the proper timeline, such as, wait, what do you mean first chapter? It cannot be a chronological first chapter, and you showed parts of their childhood. And this one as well. What happened to the other comic, the gay one? I want to know what happens next with that one. About that. That was my fault. It was me who published these comics in such a chaotic way. For the next couple minutes, I will make some explanations on my thought process when I updated these comics, and how you can read my stories in a correct order, okay?
What you are about to see is the footage of Peanut struggling with a long, verbal description. Enjoy.
Back in February, I didn't have that much followers on Twitter, and most of them were my old readers. So at that time, I thought it would be better if I started telling stories about my other side characters, because they had known too much about my 2 protagonists and had more curiosity towards the unknown ones. To start it off, I chose Nathan because the event in his chapter, you can put it into any timeline and it still works. After April, there were a lot of newcomers showing up, which was very surprising for me. These newcomers were drawn into my story because of Nathan, so I assumed they didn't know much about what happened previously. That's why, after the chapter Nathan, I decided to tell the story from the very beginning again for my new followers. I personally want to draw the opening scene again as well, because I want it to look more dramatic. And this opening chapter is what you're reading on my Twitter right now, Shine Like a Star. As I mentioned before, there are 3 categories. The first one is short tale. It focuses more on Daniel and Olivia's daily life, which is also the only categories that have been made into animations, since we don't have that many voice actors. The second one is prologue, which focuses more on how Daniel and Olivia met in their childhood, and the story before they got together. The last one is the main plot. It talks about Daniel and Olivia's relationship and how they interact with other friends in university. Shine Like a Star is the first chapter of the main plot, and I think Nathan is probably the 5th one. My recent plan is that after the first one ends, I will keep going and publish the second one, which is about Olivia. And then I'll skip to chapter 4, which is about Daniel's best friend, Richard. And then I will go with the 6th one, the 7th one, and the following ones in the correct order. As for the chapter 3, I think it is fine to separate them and publish them in any time because it is consists of many small events. So that's my whole explanation. Does that help? And also there are a lot of people questioning why they sweat so much. Like this one, that's too much sweat. And also this one, I'm a bit confused on why they are sweating. Animals don't sweat the way humans do. Someone actually answered this for me. When I read those comments, I was preparing my last animation. Daniel and Olivia, no need of caffeine, and Daniel sweat even more profusely in that one. If we need to discuss about this, there will raise a lot of other questions like, what do they eat? Do they eat protein? Do they raise other species as their resource of meat? Is there any other species? Blah blah blah, so on. Instead of building a whole world, I focus more on my own characters, their personalities, and how they interact with each other. So basically, don't hold my brain accountable, alright? I'm not that talented as a story writer. The last thing I want to do today is to give a reaction to this video, Daniel's Offense by Quality Fandubs. Apparently I have seen it on Twitter, but I only did a short commentary as a reaction. So here I want to record a complete reaction to this whole video, and you guys can watch it with me as well.
Daniel, catch!
Just try it, pretty boy.
Okay, the first thing. This guy is just a random character, so don't let him sound this attractive, okay?
You got this, Daniel. We're counting on you.
And also, thanks for making this extra shot of Nathan from my previous comic page. The effort, I absolutely appreciate it.
This guy is supposed to be their ace.
Huh?
Surely as a three-point shooter, his accuracy is no joke. It's difficult to block his shots as well. He's such a tall guy. But it seems like he hasn't used any other methods to score since the game started. Don't underestimate me. How many rebounds do you think I've got so far? I have absolute faith in my jumping ability. As long as I can predict your shooting motion, I'm able to stop you.
Wait a second. In an action scene, in comic, you need to sort of explain the thought process. It works in comic panels, but in animation it's like... It has been already 10 seconds. Are you gonna move or what? Just move. Move already. Not a big issue. It's very common in anime. Have you ever seen an anime called The Disastrous Life of Psyche K? In anime, they also make jokes about this issue. It's a very funny anime. You can check it out. It's on Netflix. I recommend it.
Here it comes! What? A fake? His movements were so subtle yet so real.
Is that English? I can't recognize any of these words. Michael and Elson, you guys did a great job. Thank you. I was so touched when I saw this video for the first time. And you guys are extraordinary voice actors. Maybe one day we will have another chance to collab. Okay, so that's all I need to do in this video. Hope you like it. If you want me to try out different types of content, smash that dislike. Yeah, dislike. I need this like. And maybe see you next time. Bye bye.